Hey guys, it's Trevor with High Desert Tactical, and today I want to talk about concealed carrying in the theater. Looking behind me, you can obviously tell I like the movies. One thing I love to do is go to the movie theater. It's just seeing a big ass movie with a huge surround sound, especially when it's hot as hell outside and you just want some good AC. The theater is a great place to go. Going during the winter is also just as good. And I just like movies in general. The only thing is like with the way the world is getting and how crazy things are getting and people are just getting nuts. Can I say getting anymore? The theater can kind of be a dangerous place. And being a person that conceals carries, I'm always kind of like trying to think on the defensive. Now, does that ruin my experience going to the theater, to concerts, to events? No, not really, because it's just something I make part of my life. It's not really living in fear, it's just being prepared. Today, I wanted to share some of the stuff that I take into account when I go to the theater. A big thing that I always think about is time. My favorite time to go to the movies is in the afternoons or early afternoons because one, it's a matinee and it's cheap. That way I can spend more money on overpriced popcorn and soda that I'm an extreme sucker for and I have to have. So that's always a win. The other thing too is there's not many crowds. The last movie I went to this weekend only had about 9 people in the theater and it was a brand new movie, only out like probably since Friday. And that's great because I got like the pick of the show or the seating to just sit wherever I want. The other thing that I think about too is because I'm going to a matinee, it's during the day and it's obviously a small amount of people are going to be there. And I think lunatics, they want to use the cover at night most of the time. And two, they want to do as much damage as they can as fast as possible. So large crowds of people that are just highly distracted watching a movie are just a great target. And I refuse to make myself a target. So if I have to change my movie schedule, I don't mind doing that. Plus, again, I save money. The other thing I like to take into account is your exits and entrances. All movie theaters have multiple exits and multiple exits. You kind of want to know where they're at and how they work. Some entrances have ramps and like right angled hallways that go around the left side of the theater and one door just goes straight down the right side of the theater. You kind of want to know where that is. You also want to know how many exits are. Is there one to the front of the theater or immediately to the right or the middle of the theater? You kind of want to know where that is. And you also want to position yourself seated so you can kind of evaluate those positions as best as you can. Now, that's one thing that I'm a big kind of a stickler, and also I kind of run a risk, if you think about it, is my seating. Because I'm in a matinee, there's like nobody there, and so I can sit wherever I want. And my most favorite place to sit in the theater is right behind the handicap seating. Because always, there's usually a big old rail, and you're like a foot higher than the actual ground where the like wheelchairs of the handicap viewers would be. So you can stick your feet up on those rails. You're like looking 2 feet above the people that are in front of you if there is anybody there. You have no interruption. You don't got a lady with a big old perm or some tall cowboy that refuses to take off his goofy hat. It's just a great place to sit. But in reality, that's like a tactical disadvantage. You're right in the middle of the theater and you're out in the open. But it's a risk I'm willing to take because I'm in the matinee. It's in the middle of the day. It's like 11:55 in the morning. I mean, I'm thinking lunatics probably don't even get up until 2 or 3 in the afternoon because they're so damn depressed and drugged out of their mind or whatever else stereotypical crap I can think of. So that's kind of like my double-edged sword there. So, I mean, that's kind of the things I take into consideration when I'm concealed carrying in a theater. You also got to think about seated. You're always seated. You have your weapon on you. You might want to practice and train drawing from a seated position. I obviously am not the greatest person at drawing my firearm. I am getting some help and some training from a very well-trained individual, and I'm really excited to work with them even more. And I'm going to inform you guys about that later too, which is going to be awesome. But those are kind of my thoughts on being in the theater and concealed carrying. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you do and what your plans are when you go out to concerts, to fairs, to just live events and city walks and things like that. I'd love to know what your guys' mentality and thought process is when it comes to self-preservation and protection of you and those around you. Other than that, you guys take care, be safe. I appreciate you watching, and I will catch you later. I appreciate you taking the time and watching my video. If you're interested, I have many others on my channel. And if you'd like to, hit that subscribe button to keep track on what's going on with High Desert Tactical. Also hit a like or a dislike and let me know how I'm doing. And I'm also available on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+.